thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much, everybody. So it turns out that passing Proposition 103 at the ballot box, overwhelming and overcoming the $63 million the insurance industry spent against us, that was the easy part. It was what happened after Election Day and every day since then that has mattered most. It's not like the voters could just pass a law ordering one of the most powerful industries in the country to cut its auto insurance and home insurance premiums by 20%, open their books to public scrutiny, and prove they need rate increases, obey the civil rights, antitrust, and consumer protection laws, and then just assume the insurance companies would go ahead and obey it. To the contrary, the insurance industry has done everything it can to derail Prop 103 over the last 35 years, filed more than 100 lawsuits, tried to repeal parts of it, put 2 initiatives on the ballot to overturn it, got at least 1 elected insurance commissioner to subvert the law. It took us 18 years just to force the companies to base auto premiums on how we drive rather than where we live. But we expected their resistance and have engaged the industry at every single turn. And so Prop 103 has been victorious. And as you saw, the Consumer Federation of America has concluded that Californians have saved $154 billion since its passage just on auto insurance. And using the law that allows us to challenge unjustified rates, Consumer Watchdog alone has blocked $4.6 billion in unjust rate increases since 2002. For this startling achievement, I want to thank all of you in this room tonight, our friends and our allies. And of course, Nayeli Cobo and Neil McCarthy, for their remarkable accomplishments. I salute you. But I particularly want to recognize the women and men of Consumer Watchdog. They share a singular determination, a palpable indignation, a commitment to defeat inequity that qualifies, these characteristics qualify to me what it means to have a rage for justice. Their work is not without sacrifice, which our families also must inevitably bear, and I thank them too, starting with my wife right there, Georgia Bragg. Jamie, Carmen, and Jerry, it is such an honor to work with you. You need no introduction. And you all soon meet the rest of our colleagues at Consumer Watchdog. But there's one person on our staff that I would like to acknowledge tonight whose relentless determination and commitment for nearly 25 years is directly responsible for that $4.6 billion we've saved Californians. That's Pam Presley. Pam, would you stand up? I'm looking. All right. Saving people money is a key goal, especially those who have to struggle between paying their insurance and taking care of their necessities of life. But other principles motivate our work as well. Prop 103 says that all people have the right to be treated fairly. But let's face it, insurance companies are constantly discriminating against people based on their risk. Injustice is actually built into the insurance industry's operating system. So right now, and every day, Consumer Watchdog is fighting proposals that allow discrimination, that permit, for example, insurance companies to engage in good old-fashioned prejudice cloaked in high-tech methods such as artificial intelligence. And even more broadly, we're celebrating tonight an uncompromising 35-year fight for a basic principle of democracy, that when the people speak at the ballot box, they are obeyed. What we're doing at Consumer Watchdog is proving to the people of California that their vote on Prop 103 matters, that government can make their lives better, that the rule of law is preferable to tyranny, which is why elected insurance commissioner Ricardo Lara's recent capitulation to the insurance industry is such an appalling betrayal of the voters. As most of you know, insurance companies are now refusing to sell or renew home and auto insurance in the state of California. They have made it clear that they won't resume new sales until the following 3 demands are met. They are allowed to raise premiums far beyond what they need. They're permitted to pass through to their customers wildly inflated expenses. And 3, they're allowed to evade Proposition 103's public scrutiny requirements, specifically so that Consumer Watchdog can no longer challenge unlawful rates or expose and confront the commissioner when he goes astray. Instead of using his power to crush the insurance industry's boycott of California, Commissioner Lara worked with insurance lobbyists and pro-industry politicians throughout the summer behind closed doors to draft legislation that would meet the industry's demands. It was kept a secret, but we just got a copy of his proposal under the state's Sunshine Law. Guess what? The quid pro quo for deregulation, a promise by insurance companies to resume the sale of homeowner insurance in California, is a sham. In exchange for allowing insurance companies to plunder us, consumers would get no new access to the coverage they need under Commissioner Lara's proposal. Now, the legislature wisely decided they didn't want anything to do with that bill. So last month, Commissioner Lara announced he would use his administrative power to give the industry the same sweetheart deal. If he gets away with this scheme, it will cost Californians hundreds or even thousands of dollars in higher insurance premiums every year. But we will be there to stop him, just like we were the last time an insurance commissioner sold out to the industry. Some of you might remember Chuck Quackenbush. He put the industry's interests ahead of the public's, and now, where is he? He ended up having to flee the state in the middle of his term. With your support, Consumer Watchdog will continue its decades-long, unique, and uncompromising advocacy. And for those of you who are curious how long I intend to be part of the fight, you can probably tell that I consider it a profound honor to do this work, and I have no intention of stopping. So I have embraced the immortal advice of Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Enjoy the evening, and thank you.